Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife. In today's video, we're talking about one of our favorite topics, travel. We're gonna go over all of our 2022 trips, things that we have booked, things we're looking forward to, places we hope to go. So that's what we're talking about today.
If you've watched our channel for a while, you know that travel is something that is very important to us.
Yeah, we prioritize it in our budget, we prioritize it in our time. It's something that we love to do together. It's just one of the things that for us, we just honestly find really life-giving.
Yeah.
Like travel for us is like rest and life. And so every year we think about what are the trips that we want to take. And so we thought we would talk about them with you in this video. But I think the first thing we need to talk about is that this year, honestly, for travel looks different than a lot of recent years.
Yes.
Because we had a trip that we had been planning that isn't happening.
Right, and it was really just in the planning stages. We hadn't booked anything. This isn't like a Fiji thing that we had everything set and then COVID happened and said no more. This is something we were just like tossing around ideas for, and we want to do this and this and this. We want to go here, but we didn't book anything yet.
We didn't book anything. We basically blocked it out, though. Like, in my mind, the first half of 2022 was sort of unavailable because we were going to do this big trip.
Yeah.
And where we were going to go was the UK. This was going to be our UK trip. We wanted to do London. We wanted to do some of the English countryside. We wanted to go to Wales. And for a number of reasons, COVID being one of them, we just don't feel terribly comfortable making that trip right now. For a trip like that, where we would use, a lot of air miles, it would be expensive. We want to go when we can have, like, a full experience.
Yeah.
We didn't want to go and have stuff be shut down,
And with the uncertainty of COVID and the different variants and everything that's happening, we didn't want to plan a whole trip just to get there and, okay, I guess we're going to sit in a hotel room because nothing's open.
Yeah, because the reality is like, I mean, how many times in most people's lives do they ever get to go on a trip like that?
Right.
And so we really want it to be as close to perfect as possible. And we just didn't feel like that was the time right now for that, so we have decided to put that off for the future sometime.
Yes.
But we do still have some things planned, so we just thought we'd walk you through our 2022 travel plans. Now, the first couple of trips actually only involve me.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sherri. I feel so bad. So I have two work trips kind of back to back, and this actually hasn't happened in a long time.
Yeah.
I'm going to be gone for like almost 3 weeks out of a month. Sorry.
Yeah.
Basically from, what is it, like mid-February until mid-March.
Yeah, with like 4 days in the middle there.
Yeah, that I'll be home. My first trip is going to be to Florida. I'm actually flying down there for work, flying to Orlando, but then going to Tallahassee. I'll be speaking at an event in Tallahassee, so that is a trip that I'm going on with my team. Super excited about that. It's really fun because a lot of the anti-human trafficking work we've been doing in Alaska for years is now starting to spread nationwide. And so these are opportunities to come speak on this topic, which is cool to see like our work start to be wanted elsewhere.
Yes.
So, going to go to Florida, do some work stuff. I am going to take a couple of days, I think at the beginning of the trip, just to do some like vlog kind of stuff. So I'm going to go down a couple days early and just do some Florida vlog travel stuff.
Traveling kind of things that you won't be able to do when you're speaking at this event.
And this is part of the problem with work trips, is that I don't know how much I'm going to be able to vlog.
Right.
So I have no clue if I'm going to be able to take you guys with me to Tallahassee. I genuinely don't know. Obviously, a lot of the stuff we talk about probably won't be shared on the channel.
Right.
But I'll vlog what I can.
Yeah.
And then as Sherri said, I come home for like 4 or 5 days, and then I'm going to Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah.
We're going to Cincinnati and then to Dayton. Exact same thing. Anti-trafficking stuff, doing some training, some speaking down there. I think at the end of that trip, I will take a couple days at the end and do some travel vlog kind of stuff in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Cincinnati?
I've for sure flown in and out of Cincinnati. I don't think that I've been there to like visit. And if I have, it's been a long time and I don't remember it.
So I've never been to Cincinnati, except flying through, which I don't really count.
Right.
So I'm kind of excited, but here's what I will be honest with. I know nothing about Cincinnati. Like, I literally know nothing about Cincinnati other than Skyline chili, which is like the chili on top of spaghetti.
Sure.
Interesting. So going to have a couple days in Cincinnati to do some travel vlog kind of stuff for the channel. So Orlando travel stuff, Cincinnati travel stuff.
I'll just be here working.
I know. So Sherri does have, just, Sherri does have the option to come with us, or come with me and the whole team on these trips. But
yeah, it would just be really hard for me to work as much as I need to.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to work full time traveling.
Yep.
So.
And these aren't short trips. These are like week plus trips.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I think it's just going to be me and my team traveling, but I will have some stuff on the channel for you guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sherri.
Yeah.
But the next trip that we have penciled in, it's not quite yet totally final, but I think it will happen, is actually the end of May, and it does involve us.
Yes, and I'm really excited for this one.
Where are we going?
Kodiak.
So Kodiak, Alaska, you guys know we have tried the last couple of years to travel around the state as much as we can. And we're kind of moving into like summer stuff. So now we'll focus on like Alaska travel stuff. But we're not just going to Kodiak for like, oh, just a random weekend. What are we going to Kodiak for?
The Crab Fest.
The Kodiak Crab Festival? Okay. First of all, anything devoted to Alaska crab, I am there for.
Sign me up.
Sign me
And
up.
neither one of us have ever done this.
No,
You've been to Kodiak.
Yep.
You haven't been there for the Crab Fest. I've never been at all, so I'm super excited for this.
We're hoping, fingers crossed, to have friends go with us. We're gonna be going with some friends, and so I just think it's gonna be cool because it's an opportunity to cross a new place off from Alaska.
Yeah.
But it's an opportunity to go to like kind of an iconic Alaskan festival. The Crab Fest is like a big deal down there.
Yeah.
I've heard about it for a long time. My mom has actually been.
I've heard about it for a long time. Like, it was one of the things, like, when I first moved up here 18 years ago, that was just like, we need to do that. I'm sorry, they have an entire festival devoted to crab right off the boat?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
So that is at the end of May. That, fingers crossed, we're going to be going down to Kodiak. And then for the rest of the summer, we are going to prioritize travel around Alaska.
Yeah.
That's been important to us for the last couple of years. You guys know that.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do a lot of trips that you guys have seen before. Things like Seward, things like Talkeetna. I feel like we do those every summer.
Probably Homer or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we're gonna do all of the familiar things that we know and love.
Yeah.
But there is one trip, and it's not booked, but this is our top Alaska priority for the summer of 2022.
Yeah.
What is it?
Ketchikan.
We want to go to Ketchikan. We want to meet Springberry. We want to spend money in Woodlands. We want to explore the town. We want to see, and experience Ketchikan.
Yep.
I've been there before. It was a real quick work trip years and years ago. You've never been.
I've never been.
One of the things Ketchikan is known for, like their totems. We both love seeing totems. There's so much in that part of the state that we want to see. And so 2022 is the year that we're going to try to make it down to Ketchikan.
Yep.
We tried to go last year.
We tried and it just didn't fit. So this is take two, but I think it's been moved to
the priority,
the top of the list. Yep.
Yeah. So really Kodiak and Ketchikan, the two top trips. I'm not gonna lie, one of the places that I would like to go this summer if time allows is neither of us have ever been anywhere on the Aleutian Chain.
Yep, I would like to go.
Like Adak, Dutch Harbor, King Salmon, like places like that. I would like that to be a priority. Yeah. And so we'll see if we can make another one of those trips happen. So a lot of Alaska travel this summer. And we hear from you guys all of the time that you love seeing our home state.
Yeah.
And we love showing it off.
Right. We love seeing our home state too.
Completely. And so as we go out and explore and experience Alaska, we're bringing you guys with us again this year.
Yep.
Now, as summer comes to an end, we kind of get into this gap where we have no travel planned. We really have nothing planned September, October, November. But there are some trips that we would like to do.
Yes.
At the top of the list is, what is it, Sherri?
Disneyland.
It is Disneyland. So let's talk about this.
Yeah.
You guys know we've been hesitant to return to Disney parks for a while. We just haven't had any desire to go back to the parks. We've gone to Orlando a number of times, have not gone to the parks, which it's so funny because some of you guys are like, how do you do that? But for us, it's just not even, like, we haven't wanted to go.
We haven't wanted to, partly because they're fun days for me, but they're really painful days for me. And you spend all this money and like you kind of feel like you need to get your money's worth, and so we kill ourselves, and it's so hard, and I'm in a lot of pain for like days, and so I haven't wanted to go back and do that. But also with all like the COVID restrictions and stuff, I don't have a lot of. I don't really want to like mask around the parks, but I also don't want to not mask around the parks. And so we just haven't wanted to go.
Yeah, like literally just no desire to go to the parks. I know that's weird for some because you guys tie us to Disney, but we just haven't wanted to.
Yeah.
But Disneyland is, you guys know, our favorite. Like we are Disneyland people. We love Disney World, but we just like Disneyland is special to us. And we feel like that would be a great first park back. And late last year, Disney announced that something was happening in 2022 that was sort of the straw that made us be like, you know what? 2022 is the year. Sherri, Disneyland is bringing, or actually California Adventure is bringing something back in 2022. What is it?
World of Color.
So.
World of Color.
Okay, so World of Color is, correct me if I'm wrong, our favorite nighttime Disney show.
Yes.
Hands down.
Hands down. The first time I saw it, I literally cried.
Like full, not like oh, so there's some mist, full on tears.
Like crying.
Cried.
We also got to go with my parents and our niece, and that was a super special experience too. And I just,
we love it.
I love it so much, and I'm really excited that it's coming back. And so we might need to make a trip down there when it's open again.
Yep. So they haven't announced when it's opening, but when it opens, basically we will start our planning for a Disneyland trip. Now, we don't know if it will be a full Southern California trip, or if it will be like a quick weekend. We have no clue, but we know the priority for us is World of Color.
Yeah.
Kind of our first time stepping back into a Disney park since all of this craziness began, and we think 2022 is when it's going to happen. So I'm excited about that.
Me too.
There are a few things that would get me back to a park, and World of Color is one of them.
Yep.
It's just, it is special to us. It's so beautiful, and I can't wait to see it again. So that will happen sometime in 2022. We don't know when.
Right.
We do normally, if we have a break in our calendar, sometime, whether our anniversary, the end of September, your birthday, beginning of October, we do normally plan some kind of a trip or do something.
Some kind of at least long weekend sort of thing.
Yep, so possibly that will happen. But then we have something we have not talked about here on our YouTube channel.
We're going to continue to be very vague.
We're going to be very vague. I'm going to tell you why. We have a Disney cruise booked.
Yeah.
It will be our first maritime cruise. That's all I'm going to say. We're not going to tell you what ship it's on. We're not going to tell you the date. Because this is a pretty unique, it's a very unique situation.
Extremely unique situation.
Without going into too many details, one of you, a LeggLife viewer, reached out and asked if we would be interested in vlogging her wedding. And my first thought was like, no, that's a weird idea. Absolutely not.
And then we talked to her.
And I thought about this idea. And I don't know. The more I thought about it, the more I fell in love with this.
Yeah.
And we've talked about it a ton. And we both really like this idea. And basically, just kind of in a nutshell, she and her fiance have watched our videos. They really love that in our videos. We've heard from a lot of you that you feel like you're with us on the ship, like we bring you along. And that's something that she wants to be able to remember for the cruise that they get married on.
Yeah.
And so this isn't like a wedding video. This is like what we always do on it.
Cruise vlog.
It's a cruise vlog like we always do. It will just include the wedding on one of the days of one of you.
Right. I'm so excited for it.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. But for privacy for her and us, we're just not going to tell you which cruise it is.
Yeah, we will announce the cruise probably a couple of weeks before we cruise. Like it's going to be pretty close to the sailing date. But that is happening. It will be our first maritime cruise. We've always wanted to do a Christmas cruise.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. And cake and an open bar at the wedding. Heyo. So those are our 2022 travel plans, and then you guys will know early 2023, well, March, is the second LeggLife viewer cruise.
Yep.
Nope, the viewer cruise hosted by LeggLife.
Yes,
because we have so many amazing friends cruising with us. That's our 2022 plans.
Yeah.
Are there things in there that you're like, obviously we're excited for all travel, but what are the things that you're really excited for?
Honestly, it's the ones that are not like set in stone.
Yeah, like what?
Like Kodiak, like Ketchikan, like Disneyland.
Yeah.
It's the ones that are still very like penciled and like up in the air. But I'm really excited for those. I love all of our like Alaska travel kind of stuff. I love exploring our state, but those two places have been on our list for a long time.
Years.
And I really want to try to make them happen this year.
Yeah, so do I. Want to know from you guys, well, I'll tell you what I'm excited about first.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting is that, so Auburn asked me a question recently. She was like, she asked what I enjoy filming and editing the most. Like of all the content on YouTube we make, what is the stuff I love the most? And for me, it is travel. Not just, I used to say cruise vlogs, but now it's just all travel stuff. Yeah. I don't know, there's something about travel vlogging that when I do it, it just like, it makes me come alive. And it doesn't matter if it is Raleigh, North Carolina, if it is a Disney cruise, if it is Anchorage, if it is like whatever it is, I just love travel vlogging.
Yeah, and editing for you is one of those like it just has to be done, but you actually enjoy editing the travel vlogs.
That's right, and that normally doesn't happen.
Right.
And so I'm just excited to be able to have things on the calendar that I get to bring you guys along with.
Yeah.
You know, and some of the things are things that you get to experience for the first time with me, like Cincinnati, Ohio. I literally have no clue what I'm going to do in Cincinnati, Ohio. So if you know things to do, let me know in the comments below. But then also like returning to familiar places, like the thought of us watching World of Color for the first time back at the park.
I'll probably cry again.
Of course you're going to cry again. There's not even a question in my mind if you're going to cry again.
Oh no.
So I'm just really excited. But here's what we want to know from you guys. We do have some gaps in our calendar. We have some time that we potentially could travel. Are there things that you guys would love to see us do? Now, at the end of the day, we make the decision, right?
Right.
At the end of the day, we decide where our air miles and our dollars go.
Right. And work schedules decide a little bit.
that is true. But we'd love to know, what are some things that you would like to see us do? Do you guys want to see more Alaska stuff? Do you guys want to see us do more like around the U.S. travel? Do you guys want to see us take a step toward international travel, which, again, we had hoped to do this year.
Right. Yeah.
Something we want to do more of. But let us know in the comments below. What are the things that you want to see Sherri and I do and experience together when it comes to travel? Friends, we love you guys so much. Excited for another year of bringing you along on all of our journeys from Cincinnati, Ohio, to around Alaska, Disneyland, and watching Sherri probably bawl her eyes out as she watches World of Color.
Correct.
We love you guys. We'll see you on the next LeggLife video. Hello, friends. Welcome to Oh my gosh. Why do you have the giggles?
Okay. It took you 17 tries to do that.
I know, but I don't want to blame it on me. All right. Work it out. We got this. You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Dang it.